Hi everyone, welcome back to Sri Sampath Vinayaka Learning channel. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the graphical meaning of the zeros. Let p of x is a polynomial. If p of k is equal to 0, then k is known as 0 of the polynomial p of x. That is the general procedure to calculate or find the 0 of the given polynomial. Now we are going to see what is the graphical meaning of the 0. Okay, see, for that we are going to write the graphical meaning of different polynomials. Okay, we know the graphical representation of a linear polynomial is always a straight line. Why? Because we know a linear equation always represents a straight line. Okay, so first we have to take one linear polynomial. We know that ax plus b is the linear polynomial in one variable. This is the general form. Okay, to represent this linear polynomial in graph, we have to consider two variables. Why? Because in a graphical representation we are having x and y axis, so we have to express the given polynomial in equation form by using two variables. So let this linear polynomial as y is equal to ax plus b. Firstly, we have to write the given linear polynomial in this form. Then after, we have to find 2 points to plot in the graph sheet. Okay, first write x and y variables. Okay, we have to find 2 points. Why? Because to draw a straight line, we need minimum 2 points. So we are going to calculate 2 points which are going to be plotted easily in the graph sheet. For that, just consider the x value as 0. If x value becomes 0, then y is b. Understand? Let us consider y value is 0. If y value is 0, then x is equal to minus b by a. So these are the points. Okay, you have to find 2 points which are plotted easily on the graph sheet. Now plot these points. 0b. 0b in the sense it is the point on y-axis. Okay, minus b by a, 0. This is the point on negative x-axis. Okay, if you are going to join these two, then the graph is like this. The graph touches the x-axis at minus b by a. No, this is known as graphical 0. The value at which the line or the graph touches the x-axis is known as 0 of the polynomial. See, here this polynomial ax plus b touches the x-axis at minus b by a. So this is the 0 of the polynomial. Okay, so here minus b by a, x is equal to minus b by a is 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial. So this is the graphical meaning of the 0. Okay. In graphical way, if you want to calculate the zeros of any polynomial, then we have to just count the intersecting points of the graph with x-axis. Okay. So those are known as the zeros of the polynomial in graphically. Okay. Now we will discuss the graphical representation of a linear polynomial in one variable with an example. Example, see, 2x plus 5. Let us suppose 2x plus 5 is given. It is a linear polynomial in one variable. For that, I am going to express this in two variables. So 2x plus 5 is expressed as y. Because in the graph we are having two variables. That is why. Now you have to draw an ordered pair table here. Okay, see, x, y, x comma y. Okay, now let us suppose x value is 0. If x value becomes 0, then y is equal to 5. Then the point is 0 comma 5. Now take y value as 0. If y value is 0, then 2x is equal to minus 5. Then x is equal to minus 5 by 2. Okay, that is minus 5 by 2 comma 0. So these are the 2 points ma. Okay, now you have to plot these on the graph sheet. See ma, the first point is 0, 5. First you have to express the graph in x and y. Okay, and then after you have to number it -1, -2, -3. Okay, similarly 1, 2, 3. Like that you have to just write the values on the both axes. Okay, then after write the scale. Okay, here see my scale is on x-axis and y-axis. I am going to consider as 1 centimeter as 1 unit only. Okay, now see my 0, 5 I have to plot. 0, 5. Somewhere here I am going to get. Okay, next. After that, -5/2, 0. -5/2 is nothing but 2.5. Okay, -2.5, 0 means this point. Now we have to join these two. This gives us the graphical representation of the polynomial. See ma, this graph touches x-axis at -2.5, 0. No, so this -2.5, 0 is known as the 0 of the polynomial. Okay, why? Because we already discussed that the line or the graph, okay na, touches that x-axis or not, we have to see. Yes, it touches the x-axis. So at how many points the graph touches the x-axis, we have to count ma. This graph touches the x-axis at 1 point only, so it is having 1, 0. Okay, that 0 is -2.5. The value of the x is known as 0 of the polynomial. Okay, nama, in this way we are going to calculate the zeros of the given polynomial graphically. Okay, see ma, here you have to note one thing. If the polynomial given as 2x plus 5, that means in algebraic expression form, then you have to do like this. Sometimes it's going to give you 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. 2x plus 5 is equal to 0 in the sense, here you are not allowed or you are not supposed to assume this one as y. Why? Because see ma, it is an equation he gave. So by this you have to calculate x is equal to -5/2. That means simply you are going to draw its graph as, see ma, -2.5. That -2.5 no. So this is the equation of the x is equal to -5/2 representation ma. So this is the graphical representation of x is equal to -5/2. See, again I am telling you, if the graph is given, that means the polynomial given as 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, then this represents x is equal to -5/2. That is the line parallel to y-axis. Here you need not to draw ordered pair table. Only ordered pair tables are going to be drawn to the polynomials which are having two variables. Okay, so here he gave 2x plus 5 as an algebraic expression. That's why we assumed it as y. Okay, now here he gave the 2x plus 5 polynomial in equation form. So directly you have to calculate the x value. That is -5/2. So x is equal to -5/2 is going to be represented here. This is the line x is equal to -2.5. Okay, that is -5/2. So here this touches the x-axis at -2.5. No, it is only the value. So it is also having 1, 0. Understand ma? A linear equation in one variable is going to have 1, 0. Okay, now we are going to discuss about a linear polynomial in two variables. So I am going to take one example as x plus y is equal to 4. Here the given polynomial is in two variables, no? So you need not to assume it as something. Okay, just you have to write x, y and the point x comma y. So let us suppose x value as 0. If x value is 0, then 0 plus y is equal to 4. By that y value is 4. 0 comma 4 is our required point. Let us suppose y value is 0. If y value is 0, then x plus 0 is equal to 4. Then x value is 4. So 4 comma 0 is a point. If you want to find the points like this, you are going to get infinite points. Why? Because we know that a line is going to have infinite points on it. But for drawing a line, we need only 2 points. That is why you have to find 2 points which are plotted on the graph sheet very easily. For that, Seema, here you have to draw the graph. Okay? See. Firstly, write the x and y axis. Okay? Then after origin. Then after you have to write the scale. Here I am going to consider on x axis and y axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit only. Okay? Like this you have to mark the numbers. See, after marking the numbers, okay, you have to write scale also here. Okay? Lack of space, I am not writing clearly. You have to write on x axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit and y axis also 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Plot the point 0, 4. 0, 4 means we know that lies on y axis. 4, 0, this one lies on x axis. Join these two by using a scale. This is your graph. Okay. Now see. This graph touches the x axis at 4, 0. That means it is having 1, 0. Okay. We already said that any polynomial, okay, if it touches the x-axis, then we have to count at how many places that line touches the x-axis. Okay, see, this line touches the x-axis at only 1 point, that is 4, 0. So it is having 1, 0, 4, 0 in graphically. Okay, now in generally, this line, that means this polynomial x plus y is equal to 4 is going to have infinite solutions. You have to remember it. It is a linear polynomial in 2 variables. It's a linear polynomial in 2 variables, no? It is going to have infinite solutions in general. But according to the graphical concept, it touches the x-axis at 1 point, no? So here by seeing that, you cannot say it is having only one solution. It is going to have infinite solutions. Okay? Graphically we are going to state the zeros for only one variable polynomials. Okay, even though if you ask you to draw the graph of a linear equation in 2 variables, just you have to calculate 2 points which are going to be plotted on the graph sheet easily, and you have to draw the graph. Okay, only remember one thing, the linear equation in 2 variable is going to have many solutions. Okay, but a linear equation in one variable is having only one solution, that is unique solution. Okay, now this is the important thing you have to remember. Okay, a linear equation in one variable is going to have one solution. A linear equation in 2 variables is going to have infinitely many solutions. Understand, ma? Ax plus b is equal to 0 is a linear polynomial in one variable. Okay, it is going to have its solution as minus b by a. That means it touches the x-axis at minus b by a comma 0. Okay, now we know that ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is a linear polynomial in 2 variables. So it is going to have infinitely many solutions. Okay, Nama? Now we are going to discuss about the graphical representation of a quadratic polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, now Seema, we already discussed that a quadratic polynomial always going to represent a parabola. Parabola means, Seema, a U-shaped curve. Okay, na? The U shape may be upwards or downwards. Okay, na? Or any way we may draw the graph of the quadratic polynomial, then we are going to get this type of graphical representation. These are known as parabolas. Okay, so a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 represents always a parabola. Okay, here you may have one doubt. Okay, now at which cases the parabola upwards and in which cases the parabola is going to be downwards. Okay, that is going to be only depends on the coefficient of x square. If the coefficient of x square a is greater than 0, then the parabola is always upwards. Okay, if the value a is less than 0, then the parabola is always downwards. You have to remember this one. Okay, if the coefficient of x square is greater than 0, then the parabola is always upwards. Okay, that means see the parabola is always like this. Okay, now next, if the coefficient of x square a is less than 0, then the parabola is always downwards. You may have the graph in this manner. Okay, clear you have to remember this. It's a very important bit. Okay, if ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is a quadratic polynomial, then it represents a parabola, and the parabola is upwards if a is greater than 0, and the parabola is downwards if a is less than 0. See the graphical representation of a quadratic equation now we are going to see. As we discussed, the quadratic equation always represents a parabola. Okay, and also we discussed in ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If a is greater than 0, then the parabola is upwards. So we are going to draw the graph of the polynomial y is equal to x square minus x minus 6. Okay, so here x square coefficient is 1. This 1 is greater than 0, no? Its graphical representation is upwards. That means it shows a parabola, so that parabola is upwards. Okay, to represent or to draw the graph of this, you have to prepare an ordered pair table. How to prepare this ordered pair table I am going to explain you. Okay, you may prepare this ordered pair table directly, okay, by taking x and y, x, y, okay, and you have to consider minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, okay, and 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. You have to take the values of x and you have to find the values of y, okay, by substituting that x value in the polynomial. Okay, so listen, that is one method. Another method I am going to suggest you. This is the best method. Okay, so here just you have to find x. Just you have to write x here. Then after here we are having x square. The next term is minus x, and the next term is minus 6. And the together value of these three gives us y. Okay, now I have to write y. And in the last row you have to write x comma y. So see, if you know what are the values are going to be taken for x, then it is easy to you to find the remaining values. Okay, so for that we have to do one thing, verification. We have to do verification. Actually this verification is going to be done in the last, but for knowing the x values we are going to do the verification first only. See x square minus x minus 6, this is going to be splitted into 2. That means you have to do the factorization. That is minus 6 into 1 minus 6 So this minus 6 is going to be splitted into 2 times. That is 2 3s are. Okay, I am going to keep minus for 3. Why? Because 2 into minus 3 gives minus 6. 2 plus minus 3 gives minus 6. So x square plus 2x minus 3x minus 6. Just take out the x common here. X plus 2 minus 3 common here. Again x plus 2. So x plus 2 is common. Then x plus 2 is taken as common. Then x plus 2 into x minus 3 we obtain. That is x value is minus 2 comma 3. That means this graph touches the x-axis at minus 2 comma 3. Roughly I am going to draw the graph for this. So the rough graph assumes So let us suppose it is minus 2, it is 3. Okay, as the parabola is upwards, the required graph is going to be like this. the required graph passes to minus 2 comma 3, and as per the conditions this graph is upwards. No, our required graph is going to be like this. Okay, that means see ma, x is going to be, the x-axis is having minus 2 comma 3 as zeros for the polynomial y is equal to x square minus x minus 6. See ma, by the zeros the x values are in between minus 2 comma 3. Okay, I am going to take the x values as minus 3 to plus 4 now. Why? Because by taking minus 3 to plus 4 it is very clear to us. Okay, so take minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you know the factorization, then it's very helpful to you to draw the graph ma. That means ordered paired table. Okay, if you don't know factorization, then how we are going to take the values of x are, you may ask. Then you are going to consider the values of x from minus 5 to plus 5. Then it is easy to you to write the ordered paired table. Okay, if you know the factorization, then it is useful to you. Only the required values of x only considered here. Okay, Nama? See, here just x square means minus 3 whole square 9. It is x Nama, x square minus 2 whole square 4, 1, 0, 1, 4, 9, 16. Minus x means minus 3, minus x means 3, minus x means 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. It is minus 6 Nama, it is a constant, it never changes, it is always minus 6 only. Okay, now see ma, the together value of x square minus x minus 6 gives y. So add these values ma, 9 plus 3, it is 12, 12 minus 6 means 6. See ma, 6 minus 6, 0. 1 plus 1, 2 no, 2 minus 6 means minus 4, it is minus 6. It is minus 6, why? Because plus 1 no minus 1 are going to be cancelled. Now see ma, plus 4 minus 8, that is minus 4. See ma, it is 0. Okay na? It is see ma, 16 minus 10, that is 6. So these are the points, minus 3 comma 6. Next minus 2 comma 0, minus 1 comma minus 4, 0 comma minus 6, and 1 comma minus 6, and 2 comma minus 4, and 3 comma 0, and 4 comma 6. Okay, only remember one thing, here you obtained x value minus 2 comma 3 no, at minus 2 comma 3 you must get the y value as 0. Okay, so now you have to plot the points on the graph sheet ma. Okay, then that's your graph, and join those with the help of a scale. Okay, see ma, minus 3 minus 6, you have to number it ma. Why? Because here I am having less space no, that's why I am not going to number this clearly. Okay, in your graph sheet you have to number it. See ma, here you have to write x and y axis clearly. Okay, then after you have to write the scale. Write the scale as on x axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit, on y axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Now plot minus 3 comma 6 ma. Minus 3 comma 6 means here you are going to get. Next minus 2 comma 0, this one. Next minus 1 comma minus 4, minus 1 comma minus 4 is the next point. Next 0 comma minus 6, 0 comma minus 6. Next 1 comma minus 6. Next 2 comma minus 4. Next 3 comma 0. Next 4 comma 6. So these points are going to be joined by the help of a scale. See, here you have to join it with a U shape mark. And name this graph as y is equal to x square minus x minus 6. here you have to write the roots in the sense zeros now. Okay now, those zeros are, okay, the graph touches the x-axis at two different positions here, no, those are known as roots, minus 2 comma 3. These are the values of x mark. Okay, like this you have to find the zeros of the given quadratic polynomial graphically. Okay, you have to draw the graph neatly. Lack of space, I drawn it roughly ma. Okay, so the graph touches CMA x-axis at minus 2 comma 3. So this minus 2 comma 3 are known as zeros or solutions of the quadratic polynomial. It is a very simple problem. Okay, he asks you to write the zeros of the given quadratic polynomial graphically. Then you have to draw the ordered pair table in this way. It's easy to you. Okay, if you are going to draw the ordered pair table in this way, you may do some mistakes here. Okay, now there are some chances to commit mistakes. Okay, but here no chance ma. Why? Because it's very clear to you to write the values. Everything is here only. Okay, firstly you have to write x, then after the first term x square term, then x term, then after you have to write constant term. Okay, all the three together gives y, you know, you have to write y. Okay, if you listen ma, if you know the verification, that means factorization, then do the factorization and consider the one or two values more than the obtained values. See, here we obtained minus 2, 3. I am going to consider one value more than that minus 2, that is from minus 3 I am going to write. After 3 also I am going to consider one value 4. Okay, you have to consider one value left side that obtained value and one value right side that obtained value. Okay, then you have to substitute the values in the polynomial to obtain the y values. Okay, after obtaining that y values, the points are going to be obtained. Those points are going to be plotted on the graph sheet. Okay, Nama. Now we are going to discuss about the different types of representations of a quadratic equation graphically. Okay, see ma. Let us consider the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, this may be, listen ma. If a is greater than 0, then the graph may be like this. Okay, a is greater than 0 in the sense the graph is upwards. Okay, this is case 1. In this, another case is the graph may be like this. Okay, that means it touches the x-axis exactly at one point. And third one, here the graph may be above the x-axis. That means it does not touch the x-axis. Okay, Nama? So, like this we may have three different cases. Okay? And another possibility is ax square plus bx plus c, where a is less than 0. If a is less than 0 in the sense the graph is downwards, we know that. Okay, that means the graph may be like this. See, if a is less than 0, that means we know the graph is always downwards. That means in the first step, the graph may be intersects the x-axis at two different positions. And another possibility here is graph may touch the x-axis at one point. Another is the graph is below the x-axis. So these are the 6 possible ways of the representation of the quadratic equation. Here see ma, the graph touches the x-axis in two different points. That is, it is having two distinct solutions. Okay, two distinct solutions ma. Okay, here also this and this both are having two distinct solutions. Okay, coming to the second type. Okay, in this second type, here the graph touches the x-axis at one point. That means the quadratic equation is going to have the same root for twice. Let us suppose it is 5. Then the 5 is repeated for twice. That means it is having two equal roots, one different root. Okay, here 5 and 5 equal roots. Okay, but coming to the number, it is having one root. Okay, number 1 0. Okay, as it is having two equal roots, here we are going to say it is having 1 0. Here also the same, it is also having two equal roots. That means 1 0. Okay, now here it is not having real zeros. As it is a quadratic equation, it is having two zeros, but those are not real. If it touches the x-axis, then only it is having real zeros. It is not having real zeros. Here also it is not having real zeros. So here in the second case, two equal zeros. Equal zeros. Okay, two distinct zeros or 1 0. Here no zeros. No zeros in the sense, remember, no real zeros. In bracket, if you want to write. No real zeros for this type. Okay, for this type, it is having two equal roots or one root. Here it is having two distinct roots now. Okay, in this, try this. Write three polynomials that have two zeros each is asking. Okay, simply draw the three graphs which are having two zeros. Okay, see, let us suppose it is 2, it is 3. And let us suppose it is -1, it is 3. And one more graph, 1, 3. Like that you have to take, or 1, 4. Okay, see, these are the three graphs which are having two zeros. Okay, now as we know that if the graph touches the x-axis at two distinct points, it is having two zeros. So as it is a quadratic equation, we know, okay, it touches the x-axis here at 2 points. Then those polynomials are expressed as x minus 2 into x minus 3. X minus this 0 into x minus another 0. That is equal to x square minus 5x plus 6. It is one polynomial. And other one, x plus 1. Why? Because x minus of minus 1 no? And x minus 3. That is equal to x square minus 2x minus 3. And see another polynomial, x minus 1 into x minus 4 is equal to x square minus 5x plus 4. Okay, in this way you may write the quadratic polynomials which are having two zeros. Okay, now write one polynomial that has 1 0. He asked you to write the polynomials which are having 1 0. See, consider this as the polynomial. Okay, and this touches at 2, let us suppose. Okay, that means we already said if a parabola touches the x-axis at one point, that is having two equal zeros. That means here you have to write 2 for twice. Okay, that is the required polynomial is x minus 2 into x minus 2. That is equal to x square minus 4x plus 4. Okay, in this way you have to write the required polynomial. Let us suppose the polynomial is touches the x-axis at 5. That means this quadratic polynomial is having two equal zeros. That is the required polynomial is x minus 5 into x minus 5. That is equal to x square minus 10x plus 25. Okay, in this way we are going to write the required polynomials. How will you verify if it has only 1 0? Okay, now see how will you verify means if the graph touches the x-axis at one point, then it is having two equal zeros, that is 1 0. Okay, now write three polynomials that have no zeros. Okay, no zeros in the sense that does not touch x-axis now. Okay, for that just remember you have to write a pure quadratic equation where the constant is positive. That means x square plus a is a polynomial which is not having zeros. Okay, like that you have to write x square plus 7, 2x square minus 5. Okay, like that you may write. Sorry, 2x square plus 5. Always the constant here must be plus ma. Why? Because x square plus a. The equations which are in the form of ax square plus b or x square plus a represents the polynomial which is not having zeros, that is real zeros. Understand ma? Here its answer is just you have to draw the graph. If touches the, see ma, if that graph touches the x-axis at exactly 1 point, then that is having 1 0. Like that we have to verify. Understand ma? See ma, the graphical representation of a cubic polynomial. Okay, remember one thing, a cubic polynomial always represents a curve or zigzag. Okay na ma? A cubical representation always represents a curve or zigzag ma. Okay na? So this type of cubical polynomials are not going to be asked in our 10th class. Only he is going to ask you the shape of the cubical polynomial. A cubical polynomial is always represents a curve. Understand ma? You have to remember that. Okay. A quadratic equation always represents a parabola. A parabola may have two distinct zeros or two equal zeros or no zeros. Okay, here the two equal zeros case is considered as 1 0 ma. Okay, why? Because those two are same, no, we have to consider it as 1 0. That is why a quadratic equation is going to have at most two zeros. Understand ma? Similarly, a cubic equation is going to have at most three zeros. Okay, the degree of the polynomial represents the number of zeros. Okay na ma? See ma, in the try this is asking us to find the zeros of the cubic polynomials without drawing its graphs. See ma, minus x cube he gave, x square minus x cube minus 5x square plus 6x he gave. To find the zeros of any polynomial, we have to equalize it to 0 ma. Okay, so firstly this, to find the zeros of this, we have to equalize it to 0. Zeros of minus x cube or minus x cube is equal to 0. That implies x cube is equal to 0. X cube is equal to 0 means x into x is equal to 0. That is x is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0 ma. Okay, this x is having three equal zeros. Those are 0 only. Okay, and that too, if I want to write the number of zeros of this x cube, that is having three equal zeros, those are 0 0 0. Okay, by number it is having 1 0. Okay, now zeros of x square minus x cube, see ma, its degree is 3 now, it is going to have 3 zeros. Okay, see, zeros of x square minus x cube or x square minus x cube is equal to 0. In these two I am having x square as common, then I am going to take out that x square, then that implies, see ma, x into 1 minus x is equal to 0. That implies x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 or 1 minus x is equal to 0. That implies x is equal to 1 ma. So here x is having three zeros, those are 0 0 1. Okay, now here zeros of x cube minus 5x square plus 6x or x cube minus 5x square plus 6x is equal to 0 now. Here I am having x as common, then take out that x square minus 5x plus 6 is left. Okay, and factorize this one ma, I am going to write directly, that is x minus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to 0, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3. So these are the three zeros of this polynomial. Why? Because its degree is 3 no, that's why it is having three zeros. In this way we are going to obtain the zeros of any polynomial of any degree. Okay, if he asks you to find the zeros of any polynomial without drawing the graph, then you have to equalize the given polynomial to 0. Okay, then the values which you are going to obtain for that variable are known as the zeros of that particular polynomial ma. Okay, in the next video we are going to discuss about the exercise 3.2 ma.